underground mansion. Chandeliers glitter above. Smoke fills the air. Dozens of men in suits surround a long table. Voices overlapping, tension thick. Suddenly, the heavy sound of heels echoes. Underboss Marco. Boss, you're here. Ian doesn't answer. She walks slowly to the head of the table, sits down with complete control, and crosses her legs. Talk. Marco exchanged nervous glances with the other man before clearing his throat. The Russians, they moved in on our docks last night. The room stiffens. Someone mutters under his breath, but shuts up instantly when Ian's sharp gaze sweeps across the table. Alive. How merciful of them. Boss, maybe they are trying to send a message. Messages are sent in blood, not kindness. She sets the glass down with a sharp clink. Double the guards at the docks, strengthen the routes, and Marco. Yeah, yes, boss. Bring me their heads by sunrise, every last one. The men exchange fearful glances. No one dares question her. A few nods silently swearing. Fear keeps them loyal, fear keeps me alive. But fear alone is a shaky ground. One day, one of them will test me. Boss, won't this start a full-out war with the Russians? Ian's cool laughter filled the room. She leans forward, eyes like daggers. War? They already declared it when they touched what was mine. I'll end it before it begins. The gapper shoots up instantly. Ian leans back. Meanwhile, in the Vampire King's court, a Gothic palace hidden in mist, long halls lined with ancient portraits, gargoyles perched on pillars, shadows flickering unnaturally. My lord, news has reached us from the human world. The mafia underworld has been upturned. A woman now sits at his throne. A queen among men? Yes, my lord, they call her Yan, the mafia queen. They say her word alone makes her army move. Ruthless, fearless. Fearless. Humans are many things, but fearless. Rare. Shall I send hunters to investigate her, to test her strength? Jungkook cries slowly, his aura heavy. No, she introduced me. Humans bore me illusion. But this one deserves my attention. Then shall I prepare guards? I don't need guards. A king doesn't hide behind others. As he walks past a tall mirror, his reflection is upset. Only the empty throne is visible behind him. A queen who rules without fear. Let's see if her fire burns or it breaks. Next day at the underworld gathering. The gala is held in a sprawling mansion, chandeliers dripping with crystals, violins humming faintly. Yen walks in, her gown commanding attention. These men think that this gala is for celebration. For me, it's war disguised as music. If I don't show up, they'll want it. Boss, everyone's watching. Keep your enemies closer, yeah? I don't keep them close, Marco. I keep them beneath me. She walks ahead, a glass of champagne in hand, scanning the room with razor-sharp eyes when the doors open again. Jago enters, clad in black elegance. Head down, but his expression is cold. The gala of men who pretend to be kings, pathetic, but tonight one queen walks among them. I want to see if the fire in her eyes burn brighter. You shouldn't risk this much exposure, my lord. Too many eyes. Let them watch. None of them matter, except one. For a while they don't meet. Ian holds court in one corner, men approaching her nervously with fake smiles. Jungkook remains across the hall silent, observing her every move. Who's that? Doesn't look like mafia blood. I don't know, but he stares at boss like he already owns her. Who is he? He doesn't look like a pawn. And he doesn't look away. Defiant, not afraid. Good. It would have been boring otherwise. After a long stretch of silence and distance, Jungkook finally approaches Ian. He moves slowly, confident. The crowd backs slightly as if sensing. Forgive me, but you look far too powerful to be sitting alone. And you look far too confident to not know whose company we are interrupting. Jungkook chuckles under his breath. Then I'm exactly where I want to be. Boss, should I? No, let him speak. I am curious how long his confidence lasts. Jungkook leans closer, just slightly lowering his voice. As long as it takes to make you smile. Yen stares at him, expression unreadable. But for the first time, the corner of her lips curves into faint smirk. They are interrupted by a rival Capo, drunk, arrogant, already humiliated earlier by Yen's rejection. He slams his glass onto the table, sneering. Marco Stephens already moving a step forward. Lucian's eyes flicker, but he remains silent, a shadow at Jungkook's back. Own me. You mistake me for something that can be possessed. The Capo falters, but his pride keeps him upright. Aliens could be ugly smirks plastered on his face. Ha, you act untouchable, but sooner or later a man stronger than you will put you in your place. Harsh voice across the table. Marco grips the table as fury simmering. Jacob leans forward, he smiles lightly, but his eyes went crimson for a split second. Subtle, almost imperceptible. Strange, I have seen strong men before. They never needed to shout to prove it. He tilts his head slightly, eyes locking with the rival Capo. The Capo blinks, suddenly unnerved. The weight in Jacob's gaze feels unnatural, suffocating. He stumbles a step back. It seems even silence can command obedience, if wielded by the right man. Careful. Marco can't help but smile at his boss' sharpness. Jungkook chuckles under his breath, leaning back with the elegance of someone who knows he already won the moment. The Capo burning grips his glass tighter and shatters in him. Blood drips, but his rage drowns out the pain. You will regret discrediting me, both of you. No, you will regret opening his mouth in my presence. She snaps her fingers once, instantly. Marco and two guards step forward, surrounding the Capo. Jungkook doesn't move, just watches, lips curling in faint amusement. Now, that was beautiful and hot. Ian glances at him, their eyes lock for a heartbeat too long. Sparks flying in silence around them. The underworld gathering continues in hushed whispers. You'll regret this, no one crosses men lives. You are still speaking, how disappointing. She lifts her glass, filling the wine. Marco drives his knee into the Capo's stomach, forcing him down. Clear coughing brown and punishable. Gas report, no one dares to interfere. Messy, no control. His eyes gleam. Again catching the candlelight. If he were mine, I'd teach him silence with one look. One look, huh? Bold claim. But here, actions speak louder than words. Jacob tilts his head, predator amused. He rises slowly, the air thickening with his presence. Lucian steps forward half a pace, as if to restrain him. Jacob presses everything careful. The man tries to look away, but freezes. Bronco's eye long, glowing faintly red. Capo is rigid, body trembling violently. Oh, what are you? Jacob leaves, whispering slowly, almost tender. A lesson. John, Capo suddenly collapses, limbs eyes wide with terror, blood dripping from his eyes, clearly. Interesting. And here that I was the only monster at this table. Monsters recognize their own. Jump up down, glimpse, fading black. His lips curve. A beat of silence, their gazes lock. Electricity, danger, hunger shimmering between them. Marco swallows hard, sensing a strong burning. Then lifts the glass, tilting it lightly against Jungkook, still untouched. Two monsters then. Two kings and queens. Their glasses touch the faint chime across, like a wall that across the moon. The rest of the underworld sees. You walk into my empire, breaking a man in front of me. Tell me strangers, you take your eyes, arrogance, or attribute. Jungkook sits his untouched glass, leaning closer until his voice is just for her. Neither. Call it an introduction. His lips curve, his gaze deepening for a fleeting moment. His fangs catch the candlelight. Boss is dangerous. So am I.
Jungkook chuckles, slow dark warm. The sound slithers through her veins like sweet velvet wrapped in fire. Power recognizes power. I came to see if the rumors were true. And do I disappoint you? Around them, the entire hall sleeping. On the contrary, I wonder if the world is big enough for the both of us. For the first time, Yan lets out a genuine laugh. Then let the one burn, trying to contain us. A murmur runs around the house, but no one dares to speak. Young drops briefly to her lips, then back. Careful, Queen. When vampires drink together, they start belonging to each other. Belonging is for the weak, but if you'll keep a vampire, maybe I'll let you stand beside me. A bit of silence, then Jungkook laughs softly, not mocking but delighted, as if he's found just the right change. She holds his gaze, unflinching, savoring the strong paving between them. Then with deliberate bows, she presses past him, the silk of her dress whispering, "You have just declared war, sire." Jacob doesn't look away from her, returning feeling a smile dangerous, satisfied. "No, Lucian, I have just found my queen." Ian's private suit. Ian enters her soul. The city lights glittering beneath her window. She removes her coat, loosening her shoulders, reaching for a glass of wine, and stops. Jungkook is already there, standing in the midnight. "You are a bold vampire breaking into a mafia queen sanctuary, and yet we didn't order your men to shoot me on sight. That tells me you were expecting me. Or maybe I just wanted to see how long you had left trespassing in my kingdom." Jungkook approaches slowly, the space between them shaking, his presence thick with command. He drops a breath away, his voice low, rich. "I didn't come here to trespass. I came to claim what was mine. And what could a vampire king possibly want from me?" Jungkook's gaze, "You as my bride." The room stills, the city hums, fades into silence. For a beat, even Ian falters, her lips parting in the slightest flicker of surprise. No one has ever dared to say that. "You walk into my world, shatter a man in front of her, and now you propose marriage. Tell me, vampire." "Both I have lived a century surrounded by liars, thieves, kings who bend, queens who break, but you are fire made of flesh." Her breath catches with Markle never fades. She circles him slowly like a predator testing another predator. Her heel snaps against the marble. "Bold words, but do you even understand what it means to marry me? The Marble King doesn't belong," she boots. "Good, because the Vampire King doesn't need. Together we won't just rule." Their eyes meet again, the air molten, trembling with danger and hunger. For a fleeting second, fear what could shatter around them. "Careful what you wish for, vampire. A crown shaped with me is a crown drenched in blood, and I love blood, honey. Just say yes." Ian studies him long and slowly, weaving. Then a low laugh escapes her lips, dark, rich, unshaken. She steps forward until her body is nearly brushed. "Yes, no man commands the mafia queen. If I take a husband, it's not because he claims me." She slides her hand up his chest. "It's because I decide he's strong enough to stand beside me and dangerous enough to keep up." She grips suddenly, yanking him closer until their lips. "Congratulations, vampire. You have just arrived. The first test." Joe's blue, dark, eyes flashing. "Then it's done. From this night, we only were mine. Wrong. From this night on, we are each other's." Their gazes lock, fire and hunger blazing. For one heart-stopping beat, they hover, then finally the space shatters.